Hi there, Lee Skinner here. Hope you're doing absolutely awesome. I'm just going to adjust my camera there. I wanted to bring up a question that I get asked on a very regular basis to my email list and also to my private messages here on Facebook. People ask me on a regular basis, how do I get a flat belly? How do I get a flat stomach? I'm going on holiday, I'm freaking out. What's going on? I work out a lot at the gym. I'm trying to eat healthy, but I still can't seem to get a flat stomach. Now, this video can go on for a long time. It's the sort of thing that I teach my clients in more in depth. But what I'm going to be showing you is some quick tips that are going to help you very, very much, okay? There's a few things to consider. This is number one. If you're eating the wrong kind of calories, if your calories are too high, if you're overeating, you're eating fast, you're eating in a stressful environment, then you're going to be getting stomach bloating, okay? It's as easy as that. Now, if you're eating the wrong foods that don't agree with your body and your digestive system, you're never going to get a flat stomach. So you have to concentrate on making sure you're eating what's right for you. So for me, I know I can't drink milk, cow's milk. I drink almond milk instead, for example. Now, for me, I also know that when I have cereals, that's a problem for me. When I have white bread, that's a problem for me. Too much chicken actually can be a problem for me as well. So there's a few things I know I have to be very careful with to make sure my body doesn't get bloated in my stomach area and things like that. I'm better off with beef than I am with chicken, for example. And some of you might be better off with fish, etc., etc. You have to test it for yourself over a certain period of time to see what's right for you. And we're all different like that, so you have to try and see. So it's very important to make sure your food that you're taking in is good for you, okay? That's very, very important. You can test that. Also, if you're not removing waste, that's very important as well. So if you're constipated and you're not going to the toilet regularly and you're not removing waste out of your body, then of course you're going to be bloated and your body's going to be held with toxins and backed up with all sorts of rubbish. So you don't want that to happen. You've got to make sure that you're cleaning out the pipes. Okay, that has to be said. It's a very, very important part of the deal. So these things are very important, not just going to the gym and doing abdominal classes or being on the floor doing crunches and things like that. There's more to it than just that. Okay. Another thing to remember, which is very important, which I teach my clients on a regular basis, is to learn how to isolate and contract. Because I spoke about this in a previous video about my muscle and learning how to activate muscle groups when you're doing exercise. And it's extremely important with the abdominal area. Because when I meet lots of clients, many of them, 90% of them, don't really understand how to activate certain muscle groups and how their body should be working and functioning. And that's cool, it's not your job. But I like to really instill into my clients what their body is designed to do and why. And once they start to realize that and understand that, they become more effective and they get better results. So a better understanding is very important. You have to learn before you do any exercises on your abdominal area to learn how to tighten, control and contract. Now that doesn't mean suck in tight and hurt yourself and stop breathing and your blood pressure goes up and then you pass out. That's not the way forward. What is the way forward is to learn how to isolate certain muscle groups. So let's say I'm laughing so much, my stomach normally gets very tense and tight. And that's why when we say my stomach hurts so much today because last night I had a good night and I couldn't stop laughing with my friends, it's because you're pulling in some deep stomach muscles there that are there to protect the organs and stabilize the spine. And you don't know they're there, but they are there and they're there to control this, to protect. So they're getting used on a regular basis when you're laughing. And also, if you were to jump under a cold shower and adjust the temperature very quickly, that would put you in a big shock and make you really tense tight. You need to do that whilst you're doing exercises like stomach exercise. Pull in nice and tight and strong and control yourself when you move, okay? Whether you're doing rotations or whatever it will be. Don't be sticking your stomach out and being in a relaxed position because you're training your stomach and your belly area and your stomach muscle to be flat. So you've got to train them to be that way. If you keep relaxed, that's why a lot of people are sticking out at the front because they're always relaxed and they're always turned off. So whenever you're walking around the shopping center, pushing a trolley, wherever you're holding something in your hand, think about holding in nice and tight and pulling in your stomach muscles and get them activated. Like, imagine if you could activate your stomach muscles 80% of the day. You'll be looking great. And the problem is a lot of people aren't. A lot of times, 80% of the day, they are relaxed, especially if you're sitting down in an office all day long. So talking about offices. So if you're sitting down at work quite a lot, this is a very high tendency to have tight hip flexors, where you're tight in the front of your legs, in your hips. Now, if you're tight in your hip flexors, this is going to rotate your hips, and it's going to give you the duck kind of look, where your butt sticks out and your stomach sticks forward. And this is very common in people and why they have back pain. And this is very common because they're sitting down so much, where their hip flexors are tight, their front belly sticking forward, their glutes are relaxed, and they're just in this position for hours, okay? This is a big problem for a belly that sticks out. So try and stand, lift up the desk, get it raised, and move around on a regular basis. If you find I've been sitting down here for 2 hours, get up, do some rotations of the spine, put a stick there and move around a little bit, circle the arms, just get some circulation going around in the body, in the abdominal area, so it's not just like stuck. So that's a good little tip to keep moving and keep these muscles active during the course of the day. I say to my clients, get a broomstick, take it to the office. You know, and I ask them to do that, and they take it to the office and they get up off their chair and they're moving around with this broomstick, doing things that I'm teaching them what to do with it, just to keep circulation and keep moving. Because a lot of people are sitting down 8 hours a day easily, and that's terrible. So another great tip is to make sure that you're not just thinking about your stomach muscles as what people can see, excuse me, which is the six-pack muscles here. You need to train your torso, your abdominal area as a whole. It's not just a six-pack, it's not just one muscle, for example. When I'm training, I'm thinking about using all my muscle groups in my torso area. My obliques at the side, my six-pack, my transverse abdominals, my lower back, my core, and that's how I train to be that way. And that's why I get good results. So don't think about just being on the floor doing these minor little silly little exercises that are going to mess your back up. Think about training as a whole, doing all sorts of diagonal, horizontal, and all sorts of things where you're training these muscles as a group, not just as one. And that's really important. It's better for burning calories, it's better for lifting your metabolism, it's better to be stronger all over, and it's more functional, and it's going to get you better results. And it gets you more tapered in the waistline. You hear a myth where people say, I don't want to work my obliques doing side exercises and things like that and twisting because it makes them grow and stick out. No, it won't. That's not going to happen. Not unless you have a serious genetic problem. And that's not the case for many of us, okay? So just training will bring it in nice and tight and tapered and get a real nice V look. Now, this video is going to be going on too long, so I'm going to ask you to do this. If you have any questions about this video, this is why I'm making these videos, is to help you guys, okay? So men and women, if you have any questions and you feel you want me to make a video of what I do with my abdominal training exercises, or how to stretch your hip flexors, or how to, or whatever it may be, or about the nutrition, just send me a message down below or private message me, and I'm more than happy to help you, okay? So have a fantastic day and stay awesome, and bye for now. See ya.